I am Yohiel, is who I am, and my AKA is Jack Alexander in this form that's being presented here.
Yohiel is an artist, shaman, visionary, and intuitive who came into the world as Jack Alexander with a vivid remembrance of his eternal existence in a place he calls homeworld. From the time he was 3 years old, he has been drawing and painting images that depict the energy and landscape of this lush, idyllic environment of 3 suns and 2 moons. A paradise into which, he says, planet Earth is evolving. In 1976, Yohiel revisited homeworld after he was pronounced dead on arrival following a single vehicle motorcycle accident, although many others have recently begun reporting near-death experiences. Few have the artistic ability to paint images as he does, of what he knows to be true of life and beyond. Today we chat with Yohiel in Kealakekua, Hawaii, the place ancients knew as the pathway to the god. In the middle of the world's largest ocean, the ocean named after peace, we find him at 19.5 degrees north latitude, atop one of Earth's 10 major vortices. Here, he and his life partner, Dr. Zay Zatoun, have founded Moesha Halepule, as I Om Sanctuary, an officially recognized chapter of New Haven Native American Church. Through this venue without walls, they open their hearts and home to guests from around the world who seek to merge inner and outer purpose through programs in art, volunteerism, and self-awakening.
All that is, capital I-S, is all we are. There's no change in that because in its contents it's constantly changing because it's malleable and it's flexible. In relation to that, enjoying one's life is the highest form of worship. And in conjunction with that is nothing real can be threatened.
Nothing, absolutely nothing that seems to be threatenable on this side has any meaning whatsoever to be in fear of. It's kind of like the Course in Miracles says, yeah, nothing real can be threatened, nothing unreal exists.
Nothing real can be threatened, nothing unreal exists, because in essence, that is the truth. Reality, as it exists in our conceptualization of what we perceive to be real, has been proven scientifically to be an illusion. This isn't anyone's opinion, this isn't anyone's religion, philosophy. It's science, it's physics, it's fact. It can't be disputed. Energy is a component in and of itself that is 99% empty space within every atom. Every atom is 99.999% empty space. Who's filling in the empty space? We are. So if we can fill in 99.99% empty space to believe and to conceive and co-create from our divine etheric essence, all of this, we are truly divine beings. If indeed this is not reality, and if it is an illusion, what better place than in the movie, in the video game, to work all this stuff out in a paradigm that has no effect on anything except itself within the movie, within the script that is constantly changing, ongoing, constant production, never ending. But it has nothing to do with it being real any more than a movie that we see or a video game that we interact with, especially now with the holographic headsets and all these things that we can be a part of, any more than that's real. It's real when you've got the glasses on. Take the glasses off, it's not real anymore. beliefs, and nothing real can be threatened, nothing unreal exists, and the fact that this is an illusion, a movie that we're playing out, including all our philosophies, our language, the whole of it is the movie. Let all the characters play out their parts. When we have the capability as who and as individuals in the movie, playing out roles, and what we are as divine, eternal beings having a temporal, illusionary 3D paradigm experience, as you, me, and everything else, that we have the opportunity also to create paradise on earth. That is the difference, that we are the makers, the co-creators of the very thing we worship and idolize outside of our existence. If you believe that all that is all we are, and you live your life with that premise as divine, thy name be holy, I am, thy kingdom come, thy will be done, as I am, on earth as it is in heaven, that's the difference.
Because then it comes down to, well, how do I, what you're saying is like every other religion, it's your way or the highway. And I say, no, it's not really, because you're facilitating to me that you're not enjoying your life, which is why you're here to do the work with me. Now, because I'm telling you what the possibilities are of what you need to do it in order for you to feel the result, get the result that you want to achieve, is for you to do the work. Just as I do the work, and anyone that's feeling a sense of completeness, a sense of fulfillment in their life being lived, is also doing. And by doing the work that needs to be done in order for them to facilitate. And how do you do that? Well, do you know what kind of world you want to live in?
There is nothing that is judged in any other paradigm outside the 3D paradigm where judgment lives, because we co-create it. We co-create it to make the story interesting. We co-create it so that we can see the opposite of our actions, and that we can change those opposites to become in line with the frequency, vibration, and resonance that exists within us in our cellular memory as our auric bodies, to manifest the change of being divine, natural, and orderly, because we're resonating in unconditional love and out of judgment.
Have to be obedient to an almighty being that's up in the sky, otherwise we're going to be punished. Or we believe that we are that almighty being and there's nothing that we can do to mess it up except our own lives and experience in the process. Part of my experience with working with paint and why it acts as a catalyst for me to other dimensions and realms is because I actually get caught up in the flow of something as opposed to following and working within the lines. I'm allowing it to have as much freedom of expression as to what's going on as I do. I'm not forcing anything. I'm just kind of going with the flow, as it were. And I guess the message in all my talks and all my lectures that I've given throughout the years is that very same message. That truly, when you want to get in the flow of your life, it's a matter of stepping back, taking observation, and adding and taking away what needs to be added and taken away, so it facilitates a completion for what the purpose is that you're intending. Now, granted, that purpose can change all the time.
What I understand to be absolute truth is that we are divine, eternal beings having a temporal human experience. And understanding that through one of the mirror exercises that I teach, when you look into the mirror and you get up to the mirror with your forehead, you look into your eyes and say, I am that I am. And without moving your head, you keep looking into your eyes and you say, G, you are you, which is Guru. Your greatest master, your greatest spiritual teacher is your Guru. So when you look into the mirror and announce yourself to yourself as God, divine, looking in the mirror, your forehead on the mirror, looking into your eyes, and stating, I am that I am. G, you are you. You realize you're your own greatest spiritual teacher. So when I say in the message that I'm a teacher for the teacher's teacher, that's what I mean. I awaken people to their own awareness of being their own greatest spiritual teacher, their divine self that they're seeking.
We take this paradigm way too seriously, which is part of the problem of why we're always looking for things outside of ourselves. Things that we can't explain unto ourselves, we look outside of ourselves as if that's where the answer is. The answer isn't outside of ourselves. It never has been, it never will be. The totality of who we are is what we are. All that is all we are. Yeah, we're all there simultaneously, like every cell in the body has a function. All that is all that we are, yeah? And when we understand that, nothing real can be threatened, nothing unreal exists, and we believe that, and we live that, our life exponentially changes.
I've been dead. And I've experienced the other side, if you will, which isn't the other side at all. It's the only side. It's the reality. There, nothing can be threatened. There's nothing to fear. It's only unconditional love, which is the only frequency, vibration, and resonance that exists. Everything else is confined to a 3D paradigm. So I've been to where my home world, the depot, the drop-off place where when we die, our spirit, all our spirits, all, not just humanities, all spirit, animals, beloved pets, all spirit life goes to become itself, to interact with itself, to interweave with itself, totally submerged in itself, of itself. There is no separation. There's individual aspects of it, like grain of sand on the beach, like every atom in our body, like every portal, infinite portal, which is the acupuncture points on our bodies. It all part of the same whole. We're all creating this. The brush is creating this. The canvas itself may know what it wants me to do. I don't know. I don't need to know. I just got to keep moving. The breath of divine natural order being ever quantumizing itself through the process of the torus of ever macrocosming itself over and over and over again. So that no matter how much it breathes, exhales, initially the inhale that comes in goes in deeper, more detailed, more finite, more quantumized, going into deeper and deeper and further detail unto itself. We can then take, by resonating with unconditional love within ourselves, which is truly just a love without judgment, we can radiate that, make our vortexes within ourselves, through our spinning dances, through our meditations, through our breathing, which creates the whole torus. By doing these very simple acts, we are co-creating and changing the world by becoming the change in the world we want to live in. And that's all expansion is. People have asked me, well, how, even the Dalai Lama doesn't claim to know, about the afterlife. How can you possibly know about the afterlife? And I said, well,
I know about it because, number one, I've experienced it. I know about it, number two, because I understand the principle of what the afterlife is. And the greatest of all God mysteries for me is that there is no mystery. There's no mystery to it for me anymore. It's a wonderful, joyous awareness that God has no ulterior motives for anything. Yeah. A lot like life. What you put into it, what you add to and take away from, is all that it's about. There's no absolute game plan. It's what we co-create, what we participate in, what we do with our life is what our life becomes.
Duality within the context of the way I understand the word defined means that it is conceptualizing within the same essence of something. We can choose to believe what we want to believe. If you want to believe that duality exists, that actually duality exists, that there is good versus evil, that there is right versus wrong, that there is white versus black. You want to believe these things? Yeah? And it's in duality? It's a lie. Because duality in and of itself is a lie. Any source of information, no matter where the channel, who the channel, including me, is going to start talking about duality and start talking about anything other than unconditional love and condemning other races of beings that these people that are channeling this information have never really met. And someone like myself who claims to have met and is in counsel with them on a regular basis, it becomes a matter of choosing what you want to believe in. Do you want the truth, when the truth that sets you free? Or do you want to buy into something that confirms your fear mechanism, your duality, that your truth is the truth? Yeah, everything is enlightenment, and all are enlightened. What more do we want? That's what it is. That's what it is. There's truly nothing to attain. Nothing to attain to, nothing to become, nothing to worship other than one's life. Have your name be holy. Honored as that. Watch what happens in that process. Watch what happens when you honor your essence. And in honoring your essence, you're honoring everybody's essence, because you're not putting yourself above, beneath, on a higher plane of consciousness, a higher level of karmic dispensation. You're not playing the game anymore. Consciousness is, in actuality, divine, natural order. It's the orderliness of things that seemingly are in chaos when we are out of touch with our own cellular memory and buying into the story and the mythos that is being propagated as being reality. Because the way I wanted to always get my message out was through my art. As I shared with you all yesterday, for me, this is how it starts. It starts with the process of me from nothingness, listening to what's happening on the canvas, being a part of it without thinking and just moving the brush and the paint. I have no preconceived idea of where or how or why I'm doing what I'm doing. All I know is it feels right and it seems to be making sense. So that's why I continue doing it. All I'm doing is the usher at the theater taking your ticket that you've bought and showing you to your seat. My purpose in doing these videos is to awaken people to their own potential within themselves. Whether they want to or not, that's up to them. I'm doing it, and that's all I'm responsible for. It is the truth that sets us free. from the paradigm and the mythos of taking ourselves as humanity way too seriously, putting in our arrogance and our ignorance of self-importance on this world, that everything revolves around us. There's the truth that sets us free. That isn't a message. That's an internal cellular memory awakening. It's not a message when you go to sleep and you dream a dream and then you wake up. It's not so much a message as much as an awakening, a wake-up call to your own divine, eternal self that is all there is. Come to Mowisha Halepule, to come talk to me so that I can further usher them to their seat so they get a deeper understanding of where their seat is, their viewing spot, to perceive their life so they can live their life as the whole of their essence and not just a part of it, buying into someone else's ideas, secondhand information at best, listening to their intuitive voice, which is their eternal, all that there is. Trust it, live it, breathe it, be it.
To fear death is to not enjoy life.
They're divine, eternal beings having a temporal human experience.
We're all creating this.
We are the makers
What we co-create, what we participate in, what we do with our life is what our life becomes. Honor your essence.
all that is all we are.